So finding ourselves in our chairs. Yay, sitting ourselves up nice and tall. Let's go ahead and take our hands, place them on our thighs. Let's do a little bit of some seated cat and cow to start off with. So you can have your fingers facing forward. I kind of have them facing inwards, but we're just gonna lean ourselves forward a little bit, and we're gonna go ahead and round our spine, take our chin to chest, just to a little bit of rounding of that back. Oh. And then let's go ahead and open that up and do a little bit of arching. So we'll do a few of these just to begin to wake up that spine. And you can round that even back towards the back of your chair if that feels good too, rounding that belly. And then arching that and taking your time with that, just doing a couple of these. Oh, that feels very good. Just rounding and arching, preparing our spine, our backs. Also getting those arms, getting those legs too. Getting that neck as well. And then go ahead and arch that one last time. Good. And let's go ahead and sit this up tall. And maybe you can get yourself a little taller because we just did some warm up, some arching and rounding. So sitting that up tall. And let's roll our shoulders back. So let's roll that out. Good. And then go ahead and roll that forward. And roll that back. And roll that forward. And let's go ahead and do some shrugs right here. Shrug that up. And then release that down. And go ahead and shrug that up and release that down. Good. And arms can be just resting on thighs or off to the side. Let's begin to drop our chin down towards our chest. Try and keep our shoulders away from our ears. So really, if it's helpful to let those arms dangle because of the heaviness of those arms so that you can keep your shoulders away from your ears, then do that. Feel free to use that to help. So dropping that chin to chest. Oh, and feel that nice extension in the back of the neck from the base of the skull all the way into those traps, those upper shoulders. Good. Let's lift that head center and our eyes are going to lift to the sky. And drop our chin back to chest. And eyes are going to lift back to the sky. And again, one more time, drop that chin to chest. And eyes to sky. Still sitting up tall. Bring that head to center. Let's look over to the right. Think about chin going over that shoulder. But bringing the chin to the shoulder, not the shoulder to the chin. And bring that head back to center. And then let's look to the left. Same thing. Chin going to shoulder, not shoulder to chin. And back to center. Let's do that one more time each side. So looking to the right. Yes, and looking to the left. Good, bring that back to center. Drop our right ear towards our right shoulder. Maybe release that left arm. And let's take our right hand just above that left ear. And gentle pressure, so barely any pressure on that head from the hand. So not putting a lot of weight there. Don't want to overstretch that. Good. Go ahead and lift that head to center and then drop that to the other side. Maybe release that right arm and then just very gentle pressure. Left hand above that right ear. Cool. But again, not a lot of pressure, not a lot of weight there. Don't want to overextend or overstretch that neck. Good. Let's bring this back to center. Very nice. And then let's go ahead and do some neck circles here. So let's drop our chin to chest, right ear to right shoulder, chin back to chest, and left ear to left shoulder. Neck half circles right here. We're still sitting up tall, still sitting away from the back of the chair. So having to engage that core while we are doing our warm up. And just taking that from side to side. Good. Very nice. Go ahead and drop that chin back to chest. Lift that head up to center. Roll our shoulders back right here and roll that forward. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Let's drop our right hand down to the right side of the chair and lengthen over. So nice right side stretch. Stretch that. Good. And breathing that here. Let's take this left hand, place it on that right thigh, and just twist ourselves here. So that hand is still on the right side of the chair. You can even use I like using the chair because I like you holding onto that seat of the chair. So you can use a little leverage there. So you've got that nice spinal twist. Good, and then let's bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep this up. Let's drop our left hand down to the left side of the chair and reach that right arm over. Oh, so right side. Did I say the other? You know what side I'm on. You know what side I'm on. It's like, oh. We are stretching it and breathing it. Good. Using that inhale and exhale. And let's go ahead and take that top arm and place it onto that left thigh. Oh, twist that here. Just holding that left hand, still holding onto the seat of the chair. Nice and tall twist here. Love this. And breathe. Good. Bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep our arms up. And exhale it out. And inhale and sweep it up. And exhale it out. And inhale and sweep this up, scooting forward slightly. As we exhale, let's go and take our hands to the back of our chair, the seat of our chair. So what it's going to look like is our hands are just going to be on our seat behind us. And we're going to open this up. So it'll look kind of a cat and cow, but this is almost like a cobra. So a seated cobra, and you get a good shoulder stretch here as well. You've just got those hands behind you. And the further that those hands can go closer together, the more that you're going to get a shoulder stretch. So we've got that nice kind of cobra here, seated cobra. Ah, yes. And then go ahead and release that, shake that out. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it out. And inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it out. We're going to do that seated cobra one more time. Inhale and sweep this up. And let's go ahead and take our hands behind us, just on the back of that, or on the seat of the chair. Hands are right behind us and arching that spine. So getting that seated cobra. I think I feel this today more in my shoulders and biceps than in my spine. Although it feels good in the spine, it feels uncomfortably uncomfortable in my arms. That's interesting. Good. And breathe it here. And exhale it out. Very nice. Go ahead and release that. Shake that out. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale this out. Good. Inhale and sweep it up. Let's clasp our hands at the top. Exhale and press our palms towards the ceiling. Lengthen up through that torso. So let's reach up through our arms, reach up through that rib cage, making some space in the lungs, and let's do a few side breaths. To invite our autonomic nervous system to the party today, let's go ahead and inhale deeply. And big sigh out. 2 more times. Inhale it deeply. And exhale, big sigh out. 1 more time. Big, deep inhale. And exhale, sigh it out. Good. Bring those arms down, out in front of us. Stop hands. Rotate wrists. And then rotate the other way. Take our arms out so that we see our hands in our peripheral vision. And then let's give ourselves a hug. So give ourselves a nice big hug. Right arm is over left. And reach our fingers for our spine. So give yourself that big hug. Inhale deeply here in this hug. And exhale it out. Good. Open this back up. You see those arms in the peripheral vision. Left arm over right. Give yourself a big hug. Right here. Deep inhale. And exhale it out. Good, big opening. See those arms in the peripheral vision, palms facing up, make some fists, roll those knuckles in towards your wrists, feel that. And then that exaggerated bicep curl, a little more seated cat and cow. Let's go ahead and open this up, arching that back, and then let's go ahead and round this just a few more times. Let's open this up and then round that. Inhale and open. And exhale and round. And inhale and open. And exhale and round. Good. Bring this back to neutral. Open those arms. Take those palms, face them down. Good. And release that. Roll those shoulders back. Let's inhale and sweep our arms up again. Reach up through those fingers. You can exhale with those arms lifted. Let's take our legs to the right side of the chair. So we've got our legs over to the right side. Let's take our hands, and hands are going to go to the back of our chair, the top of our chair, and use that leverage right there to do a deep spinal twist. Oh. Good. And let's breathe this here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And big deep inhale. And big deep exhale. Wonderful. Let's reach those arms back up center. Bring our legs back to center. Keep our arms lifted. Let's take our legs over to the left side of the chair. Hands to the top of that chair. And then that nice leverage spinal twist to this other side. That feels very good. Let's go ahead and inhale it here. And exhale it out. And inhale it here. And exhale it out. Excellent. Good. Let's reach those arms back up. Bring this back to center and scoot ourselves forward again. So our arms are still lifted. Let's go ahead and do a forward fold right here with our nice lifted arms. So it's kind of a seated mountain because we've got our arms up. And let's go a nice standing or seated forward fold. Let's fold this here. Now, if you need space or if you need padding between your belly and thighs, feel free to use a blanket or pillow here. Have your blocks where you want them as we move into some seated sun salutations. You can have the hands on floor or on blocks. We've got this nice forward fold. Let's go ahead and inhale and lengthen through our arms and through our spine. Oh yeah. So that tailbone is just pressed straight down into that chair or pointed down into that chair. Mine isn't touching. But lengthen through that. Crown of the head is lifting. Oh, get a good long spine lengthening here. And then release this back into that forward fold. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Let's sweep our arms up. Inhale and sweep our arms up. And let's exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep those arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Let's add on. We'll add in our little spinal twist. Let's inhale and lengthen. Hold this here. Exhaling while we're lengthening. Let's press our right hand into the block or into the floor or into your shin, whatever's working for you. And let's go ahead and lengthen this open into a seated spinal twist. And breathe. We're going to do the seated spinal twist 3 times today, but we're going to do something a little different with our legs when we get to our third one. Good. Let's go ahead and release this and relax. Inhale and lengthen. And exhale, release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Hold this here. Press our right hand back into that block and let's twist this up again. And maybe you're able to get a little further, a little bit more mobility as your body's warming up. Very good. And then release that and relax. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. And let's go ahead and exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen while we're holding that lengthening here. Actually, let's see. Yes, I think we can do that. Let's go ahead and inhale and reach our arms up. So reach our arms up. Pretend we didn't do that other forward fold. So we've got our arms lifted and let's take our leg wide. So we're going to take our left leg and open it off to the side. Actually, let's do a wide opening here. So we've got our arms lifted and we're going to dive it down and over. And so now we're in that forward fold, but it's a wide forward fold. So we're starting with our hip flexors early, which is good. Very good. Let's go ahead and lengthen into this. Hold this here. Exhale, press our right hand back into that block and seated spinal twist with that lengthening. Usually we do this towards the end of our practice, but we're going to do it right now and we'll do it at the end. Oh, but you'll feel a little bit more opening in the hips, especially in that low back too. A little bit different. Very good. Release that. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up with our arms lifted. You can exhale here and let's bring our legs back together. So sitting that up tall. Reach this up. Inhale. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Let's hold this here. Exhale while we're holding. Let's press our left hand into that block. Open up to the right side. So we'll do the same thing that we just did on the other side. We'll do it on this side 3 times. On that third one, we'll have those wide legs. Good. And then go ahead and release that. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Hold this here. Let's press our left hand back into that block. Twist our right arm open once again and breathe. Use that breath to either help expand with that shoulder if your shoulder's tight, or expanding with that back rib cage if your back rib cage is tight, or if they're both tight. Like on this side, the other side wasn't as bad. This side, both are tight, shoulder and back rib cage. So good. Release that. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Let's keep our arms up here. You can exhale with those arms lifted, and let's take our legs wide again. Let's inhale, nice tall mountain. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Good. Let's press that left hand into block. Twist our right arm open. Oh. And you can get that right into that side waist or that low back. Wherever you might be feeling that at. Or maybe you're feeling it someplace completely different, but breathing that here. Good. And then release that. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep those arms up. Bring those arms together and you can bring those legs together. Scooching ourselves a little bit forward. Good. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Bring our hands to prayer. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. Sit this up tall. So sitting ourselves up a little bit taller. Now we're going to do that deeper spinal twist, seated spinal twist. So sitting it up tall, let's inhale it deeply here. Hinging at our hips, let's hinge this forward, and right elbow is going to go to that left thigh or right tricep. Pressing those hands together. Maybe you're able to make this a little bit of an inversion by looking up at the ceiling so that head can get a little bit lower. Ooh, and breathe. Good. Bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Bring our hands to prayer. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. Keep this here. Sit this up tall. We're going to do the same thing, other side. So even taller. Inhale. Let's exhale and hinge and twist. So hinging this and twist that over. And again, maybe you're able to get that head, to get those eyes to look towards the ceiling. And if not, if your neck is pretty stiff, that's okay. The spinal twist is not, this is getting a lot of things at once. So if you're like, I just need to focus on my back, that's okay. If your neck is stiff, if it's not letting you, or your shoulders or whatever, but breathing this here. Good, and bring that back to center. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep this up. Let's add a little bit of cactus arms. So cactus those arms back. Inhale and lift. Exhale, dive it down and over. While we are diving down and over, go ahead, hold on to those blocks and making a rounding with the spine. So round that spine. So chin is going to go towards that chest. And we're rounding that spine up like a big cat. And then let's go ahead and flatten that. Oh, and lengthen through that. Good, release that. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Nice, and release our arms to our sides. Good, roll that back. Now let's go ahead and warm up our lower body. So let's go into our staff pose. We're still not sitting up against the back of the chair. Still got to use that core. So gotta challenge that core. So let's take our legs up right here. If you can only do one leg, that's fine. So listening to your body, where your body's gonna let you go today. Let's lengthen up here, right into that nice strong staff pose, and 3 breaths. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And one more time, big deep inhale. And exhale it out. Good, release our arms down and let's do our hamstring curl and leg extension to strengthen our legs. So let's go ahead and curl this in, keep our feet flexed and extend it out. There's 8, curl this in, still sitting up tall and extend. There's 7, curl this in and extend. There's 6, curl this in and extend. There's 5, curl this in and extend. There's 4, curl this in and extend. There's 3, curl this in and extend. There's 2, curl this in and extend. That's 1. Good, good. Point those toes and flex those feet and point those toes and flex those feet and point those toes and flex those feet. And we're going to go ahead and drop both of our legs down, scoot ourselves very far forward. So our glutes are almost at the edge of our chair, and we're going to lengthen through our leg. Let's take our right leg, place our right ankle onto our left. So right foot onto our left ankle. That's it. And let's hinge this forward. Yeah. So getting a little piriformis on the right side and getting that good hamstring stretch on the left side. Good, good. And because we are on the edge of this chair, you can go ahead and we're going to keep our right leg lifted. We've got our left foot on the floor. We are on this edge, front edge of this chair. We can lean back if you can without even touching the back of the chair. Look at, you are in a single-legged boat pose right here. So we've got this nice single leg boat. Engaging that core, a little bit more core engagement right here, and inhale it deeply and exhale it out and inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Wonderful. Go ahead and release that. Very nice. Now we can sit back against the back of the chair and let's go ahead and bring that right leg in. Yeah. If there was any tension in that hip flexor, you just released that. Good, let's take that left arm, wrap that around that right leg, and let's go ahead and twist that to the right side. I really liked doing that boat pose on the chair. It felt exactly the same as doing it on the floor. Very good. And then let's go ahead and twist it towards the other side. Good. And bring that back to center. Let's go deeper into our piriformis or figure 4 hip flexor stretch. So let's take our right ankle to our left thigh, or right foot to that left thigh. Sit ourselves up tall. And let's go ahead and hinge this forward. So finding where your stretch is at today. Every day is different. You may be able to stretch a little further today or not. It's okay, listening to your body. But before those shoulders start to round and before you start to feel it, you want to be feeling it in your hip flexor, in that piriformis, in that quad, or the glute and the IT band. You don't want to be feeling it in your low back, because as soon as you start to round this here, it's going to go to your back. So we want to keep this stretch right down in that low body. Good. All right, now sitting up against the back of the chair, let's add in our breath. So let's inhale it here. Deep exhale, hinge this forward. Inhale it tall. And exhale, hinge. Inhale it tall. And exhale, hinge. And one more time, inhale it tall. And exhale, hinge. Yes. Good, and release that. Let's go into half shoelace. So let's take that right foot to the left corner of the chair. Half shoelace here. Wrap that left arm back around that right leg and twist. Goodness gracious. I feel that super duper in my IT band and in my hip flexor today. More than normal. Wow. Good. And then let's go ahead and twist that to the other side. Good, bring that back to center, give that a nice big hug, very nice, and release that. Let's go ahead and find ourselves back in our staff pose. So take ourselves away from the back of the chair, take those legs out. This is our most challenging pose, our staff pose. Let's lengthen back up through here and let's go 3 breaths. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And again, inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And again, inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Good. Release those arms, hamstring curl, leg extension for 8. So we're strengthening. Bring this in for 8 and extend. Here's 7 and extend. Here's 6 and extend. Here's 5 and extend. Here's 4 and extend. Here's 3 and extend. It's 2 and extend. And last 1 and extend. Good. Point those toes. Flex those feet. Point those toes. Flex those feet. Point those toes. Flex those feet. Point those toes and flex those feet. Very nice. And scoot ourselves forward and we can release our legs down. Let's take our left foot left to that right ankle and hinge this forward. So we're on the front, very front edge of that chair. This feels really good. It's that little tiny piriformis and that hamstring stretch on the right leg. Oh, that feels very good. Good, good. Breathing into that. Good. Still on the front of that chair. Let's go ahead and bend that. We've got our left leg lifted, holding this up, bending our right leg. Foot is in the floor. Lean it back. Boat pose here. Love this. Let's go ahead and breathe this. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And again, big deep inhale and exhale it out. And one more time, deep inhale and exhale it out. Yes, good. Release that. Shake that out. Scoot ourselves back to the back of the chair. Bring that leg in, and that feels so good. Bringing that left leg in, giving that left leg a nice big hug, 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 hug. Let's take our right arm, wrap that around and twist it. Twist it to the left and breathe. And twist it towards the other side. And back to center, piriformis. So let's go ahead and take that foot to that thigh, sit that up tall, finding your hinge here. So find your hinge, find it before your shoulders start to round, and we'll add in our breath in just a few moments. Just giving yourself a moment here to get deeply into that hinge. Good. All right, let's add in that breath. So let's sit it up tall against the back of the chair, inhaling it deeply. And exhale, hinge this forward. Inhale it up tall. And exhale, hinge. And inhale it up tall. And exhale, hinge. And inhale it up tall. And exhale, hinge. Wonderful. Good. And then release that. Let's go into half shoelace. So let's take that left heel to the corner, right corner of the chair. Let's wrap that arm around, right arm wraps around, and get that good stretch on this side as well. Oh. Good, good, good. Breathing that. And then let's twist it towards the other side. Very nice. And release that. Good. Shake that out. Let's take ourselves over to the left side of the chair and let's go into our supported crescent. So we've got our right leg in front, right foot flat on the floor. Let's take our left leg behind us. And I need to move my chair over. All right. So we've got that leg behind us. Back heel is lifted. Supported crescent. Ooh, front leg is in that wonderful 90-degree angle, reaching up through this. And just because it's supported like this, you can get a back bend here that you may not be able to get at any other time. So enjoy that. Breathe into that. Good. Let's go ahead and drop that right hand to the right side of the chair and reach over, and you can be supported here as well. Oh yeah, that feels good. You feel that stretch all the way through that torso, all the way down through that hip flexor, all the way through that quadricep. Back down into that calf because you've got that heel lifted. Very good. And then let's go ahead and windmill our arms right there to our hips and get a little bit of a twist here. Maybe you're able to look down at your heel, back heel. Maybe you're able to look back behind you. Whatever feels best for your shoulders and neck here as well. That's a good spine twist. Good. Bring ourselves back to center. Let's take our right leg and go ahead and give our right leg the seat of the chair so that we can take our left leg off to the side. Now we've got more of a lateral stretch, lateral opening here. So lengthening up through this. Yeah. Good. Let's go ahead and drop that right hand down to the right side of the chair again and reach over. And now more of that lateral stretching, and you're feeling it more in the side of the body. And breathe. Good. Let's go ahead and windmill this arm down, reach that other arm over. And then release that. And let's go into pigeon, supported pigeon. So let's go ahead and turn our hips, square them. Our back leg is just like it was for our crescent. So nice long back leg, heel is lifted, toes are pressed into the floor, but our front leg is very supported in this supported pigeon, half pigeon. Let's reach up through this, lengthening up through that. And then let's go ahead and add a forward fold. So your forward fold has 3 levels. You can be on your hands, you can be on your elbows, or you can be folded all the way forward, depending on your flexibility today. So maybe you're able to get down deeper other days. Maybe today is not as a flexible day, or maybe today's a super flexible day. So just respecting where your body is going to go comfortably uncomfortable, but never painful. So we never want to get into that pain area, but comfortably uncomfortable. You can do that. Good. And let's go ahead and bring ourselves back up. I don't know, today I could stay in that one for a long time. That felt really good. Let's take that right leg off to the side and find our warrior two legs. So we've got that right leg off to the side, left leg behind us. We're in that wonderful supported warrior two pose. So very strong here. Legs are supported, arms are strong, face is relaxed, torso is strong and lifted. Nice tall spine. Very good. Let's go into peaceful warrior. Drop our back arm, take our palm up, peaceful warrior. Reach up through that. And breathe. Good. From our peaceful warrior, let's take it into a side angle pose. Arm goes to the thigh, other arm comes over. Bicep is right there by that forehead. Breathing here. Good, and then bring ourselves back up, proud warrior, and then release that. Very nice. Let's go ahead and take ourselves over to the other side of the chair. So we've given our left leg the seat of the chair. Let's take our right leg behind us so that we are in a supported crescent. Heel is lifted. And let's reach up through this right here and get that slight back bend, or maybe even a deeper back bend, whatever feels best for you. Oh, that is good. Let's drop that left hand to the left side of the chair and let's reach this over. And breathe. And then let's go ahead and take those hands, windmill them right to the waist. Get that nice spinal twist. Maybe you're able to look this side. I can't look as far behind. Huh, interesting. Maybe you're able to look behind you. Maybe you can look at your heel or straight behind you or just to the side. So again, it's wherever your body's going to let you go today. You got that nice spinal twist here. Ooh, that's good. Very nice. Bring us back to center. Let's go ahead and give our left leg the whole seat of the chair. Take our right leg off to the side. And we've got kind of a gate pose right here. So lengthening up through this right here in the center. Always this side. This hip always likes to cramp up. Good. Let's go ahead and drop that left hand back to the left side of the chair and reach this over. And now we've got more of that side stretch. Very good, very good. And breathe. And let's windmill this and reach this over. And then let's take ourselves into our pigeon. Oh, yeah. So squaring those hips forward, back heel is lifted. So just like it was with our crescent, back heel is lifted, toes are pressed into the floor. Lengthen up through those arms. Good, nice lengthening. And let's do that forward fold. So either on those hands, on those elbows, or all the way forward. But remember to do the same thing on the side that you did on the other side. We want that nice balance of stretching that helps to prevent injury. When you get too strong on one side, it's very easy to get injured. So really pressing toes into the floor, keeping that heel lifted. Good, and then let's go ahead and press ourselves up. Let's take our left leg off to the side and find our warrior two this side and our left side. So strong legs, strong arms, strong torso, face is relaxed. Maybe you can take those shoulders down and back. Yeah, relax that face and jaw. Let's drop our back arm, peaceful warrior, palm up, and reach and breathe in this peaceful warrior. Good. From our peaceful warrior, let's take ourselves into our side angle pose. Taking that over, reaching that arm over, and breathe. And bring ourselves back up, proud warrior. Good. And then release that. Keep our legs wide. Let's take our legs wide. And they're even wider now because we have warmed them up, and we'll do that spinal twist with our wide legs again. So let's take our right hand to that right block, and let's twist this open and breathe into this wide leg spinal twist. Love it. Breathing. Good. Release this down, left hand to block, and twist open with the right. And breathe. And release that. Good. Let's go ahead and bring our legs together. Take those blocks right out in front of us. We're scooted forward to the front of our chair. Let's go ahead and forward fold it. Our hands are on our blocks. Actually, go ahead and sit it up tall. So let's inhale and sweep it here, and then we'll do a nice big forward fold so that feels good. Let's go ahead and now dive it down and over. Yes, I like that extra forward fold. Good. Let's press our feet into the floor. Press our hands into the blocks, lift our glutes up off the chair. So now we've got a standing forward fold, and our legs are stretching. Backs of the legs are stretching. Nice standing forward fold. Let's inhale it into a tabletop. So flat back. Exhale it and release. Take a seat onto the chair. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Hands back to blocks. Lift our glutes up off the chair, standing forward fold. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale and release. Take a seat on the chair. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Hands to blocks. Lift our glutes up off the chair, standing forward fold. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale and release. Take a seat on the chair. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Hands to blocks. Glutes off that chair. Standing forward fold. We're going to keep our standing forward fold. Let's inhale into tabletop. Exhale and release. Taking this next one very slow so that we don't get too dizzy. Inhale, sweep our arms all the way up to the sky. Cactus our arms back. Cactus this back as we exhale. Inhale and lift. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, cactus back. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, tabletop. One more time like this. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Cactus those arms back. Inhale and lift. And then release our arms to our sides. Very good. Shake that out. Very nice. Let's take our chair. Just quickly do a supported downward facing dog. So we've got our hands on the back of the chair. Let's walk our legs out. Do a nice flat back. Actually, go ahead, hold that. And let's go ahead and do a rounding of the back, chin to chest. So round that back. A lot of cat and cow today. Really, really good for that back, mid back, low back. So round that, and then let's go ahead and arch that. So drop that belly down. Oh, what? Yeah, relax that head and neck in between those shoulders. And you can let that back now arch. And you're also feeling this stretch in the backs of the legs. Oh goodness, hamstrings, glutes. Stretching through those armpits, through those shoulders. Yes, very good stretch here. Very nice. And then go ahead and round this up, round this all the way up, roll our shoulders back. Good. Let's go ahead and turn that chair around. We're going to take ourselves onto the floor and go into our shoulder stand. Also grab a strap and then grab whatever you need for final relaxation. So we'll take ourselves into modified shoulder stand. You'll need a block for that, or stiff pillows, whatever you used for your support underneath your sacrum, underneath your low back, and then a strap, and then whatever you use for final relaxation. If you use a pillow, eye pillow, whatever you've got. So we're taking ourselves down onto the floor, scoot ourselves nice and close to the chair, take our legs up onto the chair. Good. And let's go ahead and take our block or your stiff pillows or your rolled up blankets. Let's place that underneath our sacrum for our support in our inverted pose, in our supported shoulder stand. Good. Palms are facing up, shoulders are rotated open, and let's go ahead and take those legs and lift them into the air. And you can point and flex those feet. You can rotate those ankles. You can have movement here. You can scissor those legs. You can do whatever, or you can be still. So playing around with this, using movement here or finding stillness here, whatever works for you. Our goal is just to have our legs above our heart for an amount of time. Because during a normal day, how long would your legs be above your heart? 0 minutes. So we want to do the opposite of that. That's part of this practice, is doing something different for ourselves. Defying gravity a little bit here. And if you need to scoot yourself against a wall to have your legs lifted, then feel free to do that as well for that support. But holding that and breathing that, remembering that breath. And enjoying this inversion. It may not feel enjoyable now, but it's very good for that circulation. Good. Breathing and breathing and breathing. And let's go ahead and release one leg, release the other leg. Very nice. Let's take our right ankle, place it onto our left thigh. Right hand, go ahead and press that right hand to the inside of that right thigh and push that away. Get that more, that piriformis stretch a little bit more. And then release that. Let's switch sides. Take our left ankle to our right thigh. Press the inner left thigh away with that left hand. And we're going to do our shoulder stand one more time for a few breaths with those legs in the air. And then release that. Good. Release the leg. And preparing ourselves again for our shoulder stand. So you can have those shoulders rotated open. If you want to, you can also rotate your shoulders closed and have your palms facing down. It's up to you. I'm going to keep them open both times today. But go ahead and lift those legs, And you can also work on plow if you want. So you can have those legs coming towards you, towards the floor, just as long as those legs are above your heart. As long as those feet are lifted into the air. And breathe, and you can have that scissor movement or scissor to the side. Or if you're working on your flexibility, inner thigh flexibility, outer thigh flexibility, or strength, you can let gravity be pulling those legs down towards the floor. I remember in cheerleading in high school and college, we used to do this and be like this forever so that those legs would be falling towards the floor. Oh, goodness. Lengthening up through that and breathe. Like watching TV, having something going and Just letting gravity pull those legs towards the floor. Who knew then that that was an inversion and that was very good to have your legs above your head, above your heart. I guess Eastern yogis knew then. I'm not that old. But I didn't. Good, go ahead and release one leg and release the other leg. Very nice. Let's take our left ankle to our right thigh. Go ahead and press that inner left thigh away. Oh. Last little piriformis stretch, release that. Take our right ankle to left thigh, press that inner right thigh away. And release that, very nice. You can take that block out from underneath your sacrum, move that chair away, and we won't need the strap. Let's scoot ourselves back, grab what you need for your final relaxation, and let's lengthen through our bodies here. So if you've got that eye pillow, you can place that eye pillow over your eyes, enjoy the heaviness of that eye pillow, the darkness of that eye pillow, enjoy that. Allow that to help soothe you and quiet you. Let's reach through our fingers towards one end of the room, reach through our fingers or our toes, reach our toes towards the other end of the room. Lengthening through that body, maybe that rib cage, maybe that low back is able to lift up off of the floor. Reaching through that, adding an inch or two to your height here. Big breaths in, big breaths out. Let's take one deep inhale here. And this time, as we exhale, allow ourselves to sink, deflate the lungs, deflate the body. Let those feet fall open, let those arms fall open. Relax your jaw, relax your whole body. Maybe doing a body scan can be helpful here. So imagining that you're floating over your body and you're looking from your toes to your ankles, to your shins, to your calves, to your knees, to your thighs, your quadriceps, your glutes, your hips, hip flexor, pelvis, belly, torso, chest, arms, hands, shoulders, neck, jaw, release that jaw, relax that face, relax those eyes. The eyeballs fall back to the back of your skull. Relax eyebrows, the forehead. Relax the scalp. Relax the entire body. Letting yourself sink and settle, quieting, slowing everything down. And breathe. Still relaxing. Let's go ahead and bend those knees and tuck that tailbone under, flattening that low back to the drop those knees over to the side. Take yourself onto your side into the fetal position in just a breath or two here. And let's slowly begin to press ourselves up. Bringing ourselves up into a supported, strong, seated pose. And lengthening up through our spine. Oh, I love this one. I love that stretch in the front of those feet. Oh, those ankles, that feels so good. Let's inhale and sweep our arms up. Bring our hands to prayer. And let's go and exhale. Eyes following our fingers. Take our chin to chest. Lifting that head center. Take our fingers to forehead. As we leave today, let us think thoughts of truth. Take our fingers to our lips. As we leave today, let us speak words of love. Take our hands to our hearts. As we leave today, let our lives be a light of truth and a light of love, having hearts of compassion and mercy, knowing that we have not been given the spirit of fear, but the spirit of love and a sound and peaceful mind. Inhaling it deeply. And a big exhale. Let's do that breath one more time. Big, deep inhale. And a big cleansing exhale. And have a wonderful rest of your day. And we will see you next time.